How we doing today, man? I look like I got electrocuted with my hair. But, yeah, you can tell by the title, we lost today. But there won't be any funded giveaway because I didn't break any of my rules. So, I'm really happy with today. As much as it pains me to say, today was a great day. We lost, but it was a great day. We learned a lot. We're going to learn a lot, but it was a great execution from me. If you guys want to join the free Discord I live trade Mondays and Fridays. So the people in the Discord saw me trade today, saw me trade live. They saw everything I did, and I did well. I'm very happy with how I traded. But we didn't have a terrible day, right? Because we did lose on the XFA account, which copies to the Combine. So the Combine's just down, right? But we did trade on the XFA account, right? Right here. So we are down there. The account is down now, just total $2. But on the month, we are down. We're down $4 on the month, which is fine. But, right? I'm happy with the trades I took. We could have probably gone away today break even, but I'll go over that obviously. But on the on the Combine here, on the Alpha Futures, again, if you want, somebody used my code yesterday, which I really appreciate you, whoever you are. Somebody used my code Alpha Futures, go Diego, you can see on the screen. But on the evaluation account, we're actually doing pretty well here. So we're up $750. We took we took two trades. The second trade, I'll just go over that real quick. I took this 1 minute inversion right here on the account, went break even this high. I got stopped to break even, so I didn't make anything on that one. But where I made my money was on a short, which was here. This was my first trade on the day. This 5 minute inversion lower, and I'll kind of go over why I like this, but just kind of going over this trade first. So what happened here? We went in with I believe 2 micros. We got in with 3 micros, but then we ended up, I'll just pull the execution here. Right. And so I got in with 3, and I ended up closing 1, and obviously this is from the live stream, so.
Decent risk.
Yeah. So this was the Combine trade. A really nice trade. I ended up getting 1 of the 3 micros off because I didn't like how much I was risking. Locked the risk, and then ended up. Yeah, I like the way the 5 minute looked there. I like this trade. It might not work out. Cooks, bro. So we end up trimming 1 off right there, just because I didn't want to be risking as much. I was risking like
anything here.
A lot.
I wanted to minimize my risk there. It's not really the best strategy, but I don't know. I didn't want to be that heavy a risk. Didn't realize.
So, I mean, yeah, I was risking over $250, which is, again, I'm trying to risk $500 on the day, so I don't want to lose my entire balance in one trade, right? So we end up getting this immediate reaction negative against us, and then we hold well. We come down, make a great order block. I had a lot of confidence at this point. This was my break-even point, and I end up scheduling a TP at this fair value gap low. And then we end up, it runs lower, really, really nice price delivery. We don't go break even yet. We're just waiting. We're waiting, and it hits our TP there, and then we do go break even, and we let the rest of the trade play out. We end up kind of coming back up, and we end up getting blessed here because apparently Top Step doesn't allow, or Project X, the platform that these companies use, it doesn't allow you to trade news. So, right when news came in, this candle was coming down, and news happens in like a minute from now. So news happens in like 45 seconds. The trade closes me out before news opens, like 5 seconds before, and it closed me out here for a bigger win. So it was really nice. I got closed out of the trade down here, and it kind of freezes. I don't know what's happening, and then I see that I made $200. So we end up coming out well in this trade. It was a very nice trade, very good delivery. It just didn't hit full TP. And that should have been my first sign that we were high resistance liquidity. But yeah, that's this account. I'm going to go log out of this now. This account those were the trades. Just keep you guys updated on that one. And we finally ran this high here, which was my target for my trades. But here I do want to go over why I was bearish on that trade. We had this 30-minute gap that we've been respecting all day until now. We'd been respecting this 30-minute gap really, really strong here, pushed up, and then we had a beautiful 5-minute inversion right here, with this obvious break-even point. Really like that. Wanted to see us come down. What was my target? My target was coming to the day was seeing this 1 hour gap get filled from yesterday. Why? Because we swept out this high over here. I wanted to see some sort of retrace. So this week is a very beautiful open low high close. Look, open low. We manipulate higher, and we're probably going to get a high close, but I wanted to see us trade back into the range to end Friday, but we didn't. And then after this point, right, after that trade lost, I was kind of just being patient, right, waiting for news. So what happens at news? We just pump up, and then we just distribute lower, but then we end up having an SMT with the lows down here. So this is where I frame my actual eventual trade. We end up framing a trade here. We have an SMT with ES, right? I'll show you guys. SMT. Cool, right? Lower low, higher low. So we drop down. The 1 minute, we could have taken a 30-second here. I don't love this because, again, I don't like to be this hyper zoomed in, but this would have actually worked really well. Hindsight, it would have worked really well. Could have got in here and hit my 1-to-1. Been done for the day, right? Whatever I'd be targeting. Cool. Would have been a great trade. But we didn't get that. So what did we do? This would have also been a nice trade, just the change in state delivery, entering off this. I didn't get that either. And I was waiting for this 1 minute gap to inverse. 1 minute gap to inverse. My stop was eventually, right? We eventually got the 5 minute gap to inverse alongside it right here. So my stop loss ended up being literally just this low. So my stop loss ended up being this low right here. Because it was the 5 minute inversion. I didn't want to see this trade all the way back through. We had this 5 minute gap that opened up too, and I'll show the video replay. And this is just high resistance liquidity conditions, right? What can you do about this? We held this 5 minute really strong, held the inversion really strong, but we just really consolidated. So that was the first entry. I kind of want to just pull up the video of that now. So this is me on the XFA, and again, this is my first trade on this account all week. So it's always annoying to lose your first one. But I'm really, really happy with how I held the trade, right? I'm just going to kind of speed through here. It instantly went against me, but I held my stop loss where I wanted it to. And I just let the trade play out, and I just watched it and let it do its thing. And we got the 5 minute inversion, and it's just, again, stalling. And at this point, I really like this reaction. I'm like, cool, this is a really, really nice wick. Now I want to see us flush through. And looking at this and back, like, right, looking back at this looks great. This price action looks like it's going to run well, right? You could very easily look at this chart and say, yeah, it's definitely going to come up here. And it just didn't, right? And that's what I have to learn is taking good losses, right? Take good losses. Be happy with the good loss. And then it ends up coming down and stopping me out here. I end up having my stop loss at the 5 minute gap. If I would have held my stop lower, we probably would have been fine, but didn't want to risk 270 when I'm trying to risk 200, right? So we end up getting stopped out of the trade, unfortunately, and we're done there, right? So then what did we do? We waited. But what did I notice? I noticed literally right after this trade stopped us out right around here. Unfortunately, if we had our stop loss at this low, we'd been fine. What happened? We were still holding the 5 minute gap, and we ended up getting a 1 minute inversion. So I was like, cool, this is still part of my plan. I got stopped out, but I can re-enter this trade. And I was able to get in with 3 micros. And yeah, I just wish this trade played out differently, but this one ended up being a break-even trade. And I could have targeted a 1-to-1 and been fine with, and won the 1-to-1. Notice this immediate reaction as soon as I get in. This is the most devastating reaction, right? The most devastating reaction ever when you get into a trade is just instantly goes against you. Instantly thought I was about to get stopped out. But again, models there, trades there, held the trade the way I need to, and very good trade. So I'm not upset, man. I'm not upset whatsoever, but it's just sometimes you just don't win, and it's hard. Did not win. It's annoying to not win. But guess what? We took our 2 trades. We locked our account after the 2 trades. We took 2 good setups. What I'm gonna go over what I'm gonna learn from them, right? Because you always learn from your losses, right? We're not perfect. I didn't take perfect trades, but I followed my plan how I wanted to. I didn't FOMO. I didn't revenge trade. I didn't do anything like that. I stepped away at a loss. Why? Because I only tried to take 2 trades a day. So I stepped away after my second trade. I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not taking another trade. I still had my max loss limit left. I still could have lost $200 more. But I said, you know what? In 2 tries, if it doesn't give it to us, it's probably just high resistance conditions. It's probably not going to happen. So I'm super happy with that because I recognized, okay, cool. This is my plan. And if I keep following my plan every single day, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. So I was going to target this high, and then I was going to target slightly above it to end up getting a 2R, and then we could have made the $200 a day. And again, if we weren't in high resistance liquidity conditions, this would have been great. And at this point, I'm really thinking this is just not even going to work at all. But we end up fast forwarding, and we start getting a nice move. We start getting a very nice move up, slow, grindy, right? Don't go to break even early. And we're just waiting. We're waiting patiently. Waiting very patiently. Cool, hits the break-even point. I don't even go break-even yet, right? Because I wanted to see us continue through it, right? I want to see a better move. I don't want to get just stopped out early because it's high resistance conditions. So everything's looking good on this trade. We get a big push up, then that's when I go break-even, right on this candle. And at this point, I could have closed the trade for an even day, right? We're up 200-ish. We could have closed it. We were down 200. But I said, you know what? That's not going to do anything for me. In the long run, that blue line on my screen that we're hidden, that would have been me ending the day even, and I could have just done that, and I could have let go there, and I could have been even on the day. But I didn't do it because I know in the long run it's not going to help me. Man, my hair is... That's why you don't get a buzz cut. You look like this. But anyways, I could have been even on the day. But you know how many times I will close a trade because it's up how much I lost before. How many times I talk about this? Oh my gosh, I lost $200 my next trade. Oh my gosh, I'm up $200. Let me just close it here. And then it runs to your target. And you make and you made no money, but you didn't lose, but you didn't make any money because you're so afraid to lose. I would be so afraid to lose on the day that I wouldn't even let myself win. So I was like, I want to win today. I want to win. I want to do the right thing. And again, if it wasn't so high resistance, this trade was perfect. It would have ran perfectly. How many times does this exact look in the market just run to your take profit? Put in the order block. We rebalanced it. We had a nice wick. We rebalanced all this BS. It should just run from here, man. And it didn't. And that's fine. And we step away and we live another day and we come back. The XFA is even basically. It's negative like a few bucks. And we're going to come back and everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to take another winning trade, right? Worrying about the $200 loss today just means I'm not confident I'll ever win again. Even if I didn't take a trade today, it's just $200. If I'm worried about making back a $200 trade from today, then I'll never be profitable. If I'm so worried about being up $200 or being even on the day, if I put so much weight on each day, how am I going to ever succeed? Right? So I ended up stopping us at break even. We end up taking this on the combine, right? This is the combine that you can see here. This is the alpha futures, right? And then you guys can see this. I managed it well, got to break even, and then got stopped out of break even, right? Cool. And then we just locked all accounts. So that was the day. Perfect day. We had a great bias. Look at this. So what are we going to learn from it, right? What are we going to learn from it? First of all, this trade here ended up working out. But what do I need to learn from it? Honestly, I would just say if I got a better fill, right? Because we went into micros. If I got a better fill, if I got filled off of this fair value gap, tapping back into the inversion, we would have gotten a fill here, right? And we would have been able to target our 50 points. And we would have had our 50-point stop loss on the 2 micros. And we would have hit our trade. Would we have gotten stopped at break even? I don't know. But we would have hit our trade. So maybe it would have been break even, maybe not. Anyways, right? So what do we learn from today? It's high resistance liquidity. These are days, if you blew an account today, Do not feel bad, right? You might have broken your rules and done stupid stuff, but this is a day where accounts are getting blown. People are losing. Way more people on Twitter today lost than they normally do, right? Way more people didn't trade today than they normally do. This is a tough day. This is tough conditions, right? And it's just, we could have maybe anticipated it, but some Fridays are great, some Fridays are bad, right? And you can't worry about the things you can't control, right? Which is price action, delivering clean. We had a great bias, right? We were trying to long this. I tried the long from around here, and it just didn't work. It came down, stopped me out, and then went, right? Cool, that's the market. Cool, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter that I lost. And I'm trying to, it's really just for me to tell myself this. It stinks. It stinks to lose because I'm going to do this. I'm going to put like a short position tool here, so it looks like so if I get a thumbnail, it looks like I took a loss. It's like, let's see, because I don't pick specific thumbnail clips. Let's see if I can get, because YouTube just like picks 3 different spots in the video and just like, I just pick from 1 of 3 pictures they randomly generate. What if they get this as the picture? So if you see that as the thumbnail, then YouTube just somehow blessed me with that. But back to my point, man. Does it suck to lose? Yes, it sucks. But at the same time, it's like I don't even really care right now because I followed my plan. I walked away down $200. I took 2 trades, and I walked away down. I didn't take a third trade that goes against my rules. I didn't take 5, 6, 7, 8 trades, right? I didn't do any of the things I know not to do. I just stuck to my plan, which was 2 trades. I stuck to my plan going break even. Could I have targeted a 1-to-1 in the second trade? Yes. But I'm fine targeting a 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1. That's my plan. 2-to-1 or 1-to-1. Whichever one makes sense. And it made sense for me to target a 2-to-1 there because it wasn't greedy. It wasn't greedy, right? This was the valid take profit. It was not greedy to go for 2-to-1 there. It just stopped us out. If we would have left our stop at break even, like if we would have left our stop at this low here, we would have technically eventually got it. But look what we would have had to sit through. Hours, bro. How many minutes is this? We would have had to sit through an hour and 20 minutes. And that's fine. But we didn't. We got stopped at break even and we stepped away because guess what? If I can do this, we haven't broken a rule on this XFA yet. We haven't broken one. If I cannot break a rule on this XFA, it will be good. I will succeed. Right? That's all it's going to take. So I have to find joy in doing this even though it lost. Again, does it suck? Yes. But it doesn't suck as bad as the day where you lose and you broke all your rules does. Because at least I made progress today. I held my trade better. I got more comfortable with what I'm doing. I got involved. I put risk on the table. I did my job, right? What can we do? We can all learn. We can adapt our strategy. We can see, okay, maybe break even, not go to break even, maybe. Or just say, hey, it's a high resistance day. It didn't play out. We took 1 loss. We didn't take 2 losses. We took 2 trades. We didn't take 2 losses. We took 1 loss, right? And if we would have maybe had a better fill, a better stop loss placement, right, we could have had a better day, right? Small things. But guess what? What would have made of today a horrible day, right? We had a losing day, but we had a good day. What would have made today a bad day? If I would have got stopped out of break even on that trade and then instantly jumped into the next trade, again, taking a third trade, breaking my rules, and just kept trading until we either lost 400 or made it back. I'm happier being down $200 than taking a third trade and being even on the day or taking a third trade and being winning on the day. Yes, would it help my account? Yes, my account would be better off if I won today. Of course. But am I so afraid? Do I not trust my trading ability enough to think that I can't make money? Because think about that. If you can't end on a losing day, because I struggled to end a day red. Me struggling to end a day red tells myself I don't think I can make that loss back normally. So that means I don't have enough trust that I can win. And I have enough trust. I have enough trust that I can be consistently profitable. So if I have that trust, why am I so scared? Why am I so scared to end a day red? If I know I can continue trading and make money, then it doesn't matter that I ended the day red. It doesn't matter because I can come back the next day and find a good trade. And if that trade loses, I come back again. And if we blow the account, we try again. That's all it is. But until I can follow my rules like I have on this XFA account every single time, I'm not going to be able to succeed. But I follow my rules. Every single trade I've taken on this account so far has followed my rules, and I'm more than happy. Right? This week could have been different. We could have taken that trade on Wednesday, and we could have been even on the week. We could have had another $200 day added to this account, and we've been feeling good. Right? This was a good week though. We took one trading day. Right? I'm super happy with the progress I'm making. I'm becoming more of a pro. I'm treating myself more as a pro. I'm holding myself more accountable. I'm doing good things, right? The Alpha Futures account is moving along. I'm super stoked about that. And I'm happy with my performance, right? That's all I can say. I'm happy with my performance. I'm going to journal it. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to see what went wrong, what went well. But at the end of the day, man, it's just a loss. I can make that back. This means nothing. Because if I show up next week, because even if I won today, if I won $200 today, right? If I made $200, great. But if I don't show up next week and follow my plan, if I'm not confident next week that I can find a winning trade, then what am I doing this for? Then what is that $200 day for you? What is that winning day for you? If you're not going to be confident you can consistently win, then what's the winning day even matter? Same thing with the red day. The red day doesn't matter when you really are confident that you can win over a long period of time. This red day means nothing to me. The reason why I spent 2 years in the same cycle of just revenge trading, because I can't leave red. This is a better day than a winning day. This is a better day for my progress than winning, because I can use this experience and say, look, it wasn't that bad. It was genuinely just not that bad. It's like an hour, 2 hours since. It's not that bad. I don't feel that bad. It's annoying to be down. But if I'm going to get a payout from this account, I would need more winning days anyways. So who cares? Right? Who cares? The goal is not to get 5 winning days and withdraw $500. That's not the goal. Right? The goal is not to get 5 winning days of $200 and withdraw $500 and have a $500 buffer. That is not the goal. The goal is to consistently make money. So red days don't matter. They don't matter, because if you follow your plan and your plan's profitable, you're going to make money. And if I follow my plan and I don't make money, then I just have to figure out what's wrong with my plan. I have to just trust the process. And that's all I'm doing. But it's whenever you start doubting it, right? If I want to go in and sit in revenge trade, make my money back for the day, it's because I doubt that my system actually works. If I have confidence, and I don't have to know if my system works right now. For me, live time, it can work in backtest, it can work in whatever. But all I have to do is say, look, you know what? I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying to stay disciplined, follow my rules. And then I can tweak small things. Entry criterias, time frames, all whatever, right? I can get that piece. I can't get the psychology piece. If I can never end a day red, it doesn't matter if I have the best strategy in the world. Because if I can't get the simple things, I'm going to fail. So again, man, I really don't know how to tell myself and convince myself that that it doesn't matter. I'm red. Cool. Because this is the hard part, right? This is where everything gets difficult. Before I have results, before I get payouts, before I consistently pass accounts, I am nervous every time I enter a trade because I haven't consistently made money. I don't consistently make money. So it's hard to just believe. It's hard to say, hey, I'm going to end the day red. Because I don't know if I'm going to make this back. I don't know if this account's going to get me a payout. I don't know if this account's going to become profitable. I don't know if I'm going to be profitable on this account and be able to get a payout. I don't know if I'm going to have enough winning days. I don't know if I'm going to find enough winning trades. I don't know. And I don't have any personal conviction of I've gotten a payout before, right? If I could look back and say, yeah, I get a payout every month, I make more money than I lose, right? Then I would have the confidence to come back. But the only way to build that confidence is by doing this, is by losing and saying, I lost, man. Let's see. Let's not do anything stupid. Let's come back and try and do it the right way. And by trying to do it the right way, whenever it works, it might not be this account, but whenever it starts clicking, I'll be so happy that I took a loss on this account. Because if I lose, right? Because if you only win and then you get a payout, and then after that payout you just lose your account, did you really get better? Right? But if you take some losses, take some wins, and you have some process-driven days, right? You're going to be able to learn about yourself. You're going to learn about the resilience, and you're going to have live proof, your own proof, not back-tested, not hypothetical, not somebody else, your own proof. Be the hero to yourself. The hero for yourself is following the rules and improving. And then you have to create the version of yourself that's a winner, right? If you want to win the trade, if you want to be consistently profitable, you have to be that guy. You're going to have to be him. If you might never have done it before, but at some point, you're going to have to step up for yourself and say, you know what? I'm going to succeed. I'm going to follow my rules. I'm going to prove to myself that's possible. You're the only one that can save you. You're the only one that can save you on this trading journey. You're the only one. You're the only one that's going to be able to click the button for you and make money for you. So be your hero, right? Trade how a profitable trader would trade, and eventually when it works, you can pull back on your own experience. You no longer have to worry about your back-tested data says it's profitable. No, you say it's profitable because you make money doing it. Talk about the confidence. People are saying, I like to have my back-testing strategy so that I can be confident in the data. Get your own results. Be confident in yourself. You know how much more confidence you'd have from your own results? Not some hindsight, back-tested data, your own proof. Make the proof. And you can only make the proof by doing the right things. Because even if you get a payout and you knew you were gambling and you were getting lucky, you know it was luck. That payout's not going to it's not going to make you feel more confident in yourself. It's not going to. So, you got to understand that, right? That's it. You just got to understand it, that you have to find joy. You have to find joy in becoming the trader, right? That you are, that you can be, that you will be. At some point, you have to step up for yourself. And that's what I did today. I took a big step towards becoming a trader, becoming who I am meant to be in this journey. I took a big step today, and I'm happy about it. Somebody's going to come in the comments and say that my entry was horrible or that I lost because of the XYZ 716, some BS, right? Guess what, man? What would you be saying if it won? And again, it didn't win, so now everyone's going to want to be ICT or some professional trader. Every pro is going to spawn into my YouTube comments and tell me why I didn't win the trade. The reality is the trade could have won, right? And then what happens if it did win? What are you going to say, right? If it didn't wick me out by however many points on this first position, right? And it went to my take profit, what were you going to say, right? That's my point. So I don't care if my entry wasn't the trade that you would take, because guess what? I'm the one pushing the buttons. I'm the one that controls the trade, man. I think people will get so hyper fixated on what they're trying to do. Everybody's doing their own thing, man. Don't worry about me. Worry about yourself, right? Worry about yourself. Because I like the trades I took today. I liked them. I liked how I managed my trades. That's it. That's all that matters. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to tweak things. You're not going to tweak them for me. You're not going to make me, you're not my mentor, right? So, what can I say, man? That's life, that's trading, but I'm happy. I'm happy with today. Losing day, I'm stoked. I'm absolutely stoked on a losing day, and it's taken a long time to get to this point. Oh, man. What I wanted to win, of course, but that's going to come. That's going to come. The winning's going to come on this channel. Pause. It's right there for the taking. I'm keep my arm around there. I'm going to choke out so many wins. It's right there. It's already here. It's already here. I sound crazy. I look crazy. Look like man. My eyes look crazy, man. The winning's already been done. The winning's been done 2 years ago when I started this. Being consistent. The winning has already happened. It's only a matter of time. You think, oh my gosh, it's on its way. I'm not worried. I have peace of the journey. I have peace of the progress, of the goals, of everything I'm doing. I have peace. I have peace. I can't lose. I'm going to win. I'm a winner, right? Do these affirmations, man. Do them with yourself right now. I am a winner. I have already won, right? The moment you step out on that journey, 2 years ago when I started this, I already won that moment. In that moment, I already won, right? As soon as you decide you're never going to quit, you've already won because you're not quitting, and you can't lose if you quit. So that means you win, right? On to the next week, right? Please use my code because in the meantime, until the universe catches up to me and until until the world catches up to me, right? Start taking moves, start taking action, and let the world catch up to you. The world hasn't caught up to me yet monetarily through trading. So do your boy a favor and cop an Alpha Futures account if you want with my code, please. It means a lot. Screenshot it. Send it to me on Twitter. Send it to me in the Discord, right? Do something, right? Let me know that you got it. And whenever we get a lot of code usage, I'm giving away an account, but only to people that send me a screenshot and bought an account with it, man. If you send me a screenshot, you're locked in, man. You're locked in. Like I said, help your boy out, right? Until the world catches up, until my profitability comes in through the markets. Help me out. Help me out if you want, right? If you're looking to get more funding, it's a great platform. I personally love them. But shameless plug there. But if you made it this far in the video, man, I don't feel bad plugging it. Real Madrid play tomorrow against Barcelona. That'll be a great game. I'm hyped for that as well. And update on the TikTok, man. Gosh, it still sucks. We got 2 new followers though, so let's see what that's about. A fake bot account and then a other account, and then we have our videos yesterday. They did. I hate when like I get a bunch of likes and it's just like the same person. It's cool, but it's like damn. Yeah, our 3 videos yesterday did 200 views, and 170. Our best views videos 847. And we just keep going, man. We keep moving. Right, we're gonna keep trying it. So I gotta make some videos today. But man, be stoked on life. Be stoked on the process. What else are we gonna do, man? We're here. I'm here until I go. Right, until whenever I'm called home, man. I'm here. So I'm here. And we're going to keep trying. And it's hard, and it sucks, and it's a long, grueling process. But that's what makes it fun, man. So I will see you guys. Hopefully you guys had a better day and week than me, man. Let me know how you guys did. Did you guys find any trades? Did you blow accounts? Dude, if you blew an account, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. These are days where you blow accounts, right? But yeah, man, I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for all the support. I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.